Okay. Hi, Paula. How are you today?
Good.
So nice to see you. And yeah, thank you so much for doing this testimonial with me because I really wanted to hear, your experience during the program. It was so nice getting to know you over the last 6 months and just seeing the changes that happened. So I guess the first question I want to ask you is, how did you feel coming into the program? Like before you joined, what were some of your typical feelings, whether it's emotional or physical, that you were going through?
Before the program, I felt very agitated and kind of angry a lot of the times, frustrated, very short-tempered, trying to figure out why I felt so tired every day, lethargic, just not feeling like I had any energy at all.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because that was a lot of the things that I felt before I started working with the Ayurveda. And I think I told you that when we first met, just we had a lot of similar symptoms, especially that frustration, right? With just, why don't I feel well? It was so frustrating, when you try everything. So,
And I did, yeah, tried everything.
so before the program, just run me through a few things like, how was your sleep? How was your digestion? You talked about you're exhausted. So obviously your energy was pretty low, but a few of the other things, your sleep and the digestion before you started the program.
Well, sleep was kind of not even thought of. I just didn't sleep well, so I didn't think about it anymore. It was just expected that I would sleep terrible every night, and I did. And I think that translated into my daily routine or daily life because I was never rested. And therefore, I think my digestion, well, it kind of came down to my weight health as well. Being menopausal or starting menopause, I started to feel the effects of hot flashes already once in a while. And then the weight came on and never left. And digestion was always a problem because I just ate whatever I felt like eating, whether it was good for me or not, because I wanted to. So nothing really sat well. My digestion was very hit and miss, if anything ever felt good in my body.
Right. Okay. So did you have like gas or bloating or heartburn? What were some of the typical digestive issues that you had?
Um, they say I didn't digest after seeing a nutritionist, proteins. So I kind of had like indigestion slash burping or belching quite often, like food just wanted to come back up.
Yeah.
Was not sitting well and bloated most of the time. Even inflammation, like I could notice with my joints because now my knees were bothering me, or even just my fingers were a little bit bloaty or my feet swollen because of what I was eating.
Right. Yeah. So I really have to ask you, because I know this was a big thing for you, and I know this is for a lot of women. You have no more hot flashes. And I know working with you over the last 6 months, at one point in the program, they were really just like they're really challenging to your sleep, to your day. You were having them all the time. So what did that feel like, having hot flashes and then they're gone now? Like, how do you feel now?
Well, they started very mildly in the beginning and then came on with a vengeance just before the halfway point. And it was basically at night was the worst because I would be that person that has to change what you're wearing and then put a towel down on my sheet because I didn't want to disrupt anybody else in the bed, changing everything at 3 a.m. or whatever. But then when you're trying to get into this deep restorative sleep or any kind of sleep, you're hot. So therefore you whip the covers off and then you get a little bit sweaty, or maybe not enough that you have to change, but then you start freezing because you have that sweatiness too. And then you whip the covers back on trying to warm up, and then it repeats. And then through the day, it was starting to happen where I couldn't sit just to sit in front of my computer or TV or anything without having to take my shirt down or my house coat off or whatever, because I would just start sweating to the point where I was glistening. Like it was just so fierce. And of course, with putting the work in with the recommendations from your course, it absolutely, you know, it was just one night I woke up and realized what just happened. I wasn't woken up by being hot or cold or uncomfortable. Like I had an even temperature all night. And that was the first time I realized they're gone. Just like that. It was amazing. I feel so much better.
Yeah, that is so nice to hear, because I too suffered from very, these hot flashes. Once they start, you just can't stop them, right? And no matter what I tried, I couldn't get them to go away until, I worked with Ayurveda, and it just balanced your body so that you don't have hot flashes. And you weren't the only one in your group who got rid of hot flashes. It was a number of women who came into the program with them, and at the end they didn't have them anymore. And it's funny because, almost similar to you, at some point they almost forgot that they even had hot flashes before. It was like, oh, when was the last time I actually had one? No way, they're gone.
Well, the weather's warming up here, and I just got hot the other day because it was hot outside, and I was like, oh, that's not a hot flash. That's just because I'm hot. Because they're still gone.
Yeah, it is definitely. And if you've never had a hot flash, you wouldn't understand the difference, but it is a big difference from just feeling hot because it's summertime compared to actually having that full internal heat that just emanates from every pore of your body, right?
Yeah.
So I love that you took a chance and invested in yourself. You really wanted to commit to, I don't know, starting what I call life number 2, phase number 2 in life, feeling happier and healthier. I know the emotional piece, because Ayurveda is holistic. Like, how do you feel compared to 6 months ago on an emotional level?
I feel very grounded. That's the only way I can describe it.
I love that.
Previously, little things would trigger me, little things would set me off throughout my day, even just driving with bad drivers. And now I don't get, frustrated or start swearing at them or anything. Or my morning routine, so that I can start my day feeling good because I've had a good sleep. And that sets the tone for my whole life, really, for my day, my week.
Yeah.
And my relationships with my kids and my partner, I feel like they're done a complete 360, especially my kids, because I'm not that crazy sporadic mom that just loses her temper so quickly. And, it's hard to get along with. I just feel like I didn't expect the emotional grounding that I'm experiencing from this course, but it came on very early in the course, and I just got to kind of go with it and grow this experience I'm having from the emotional side of the course. And that's just allowed me to, like you said in our course, once you experience it, you never go back. I've experienced what it's like to feel so great in my own body and in my mind.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
Love it.
That is so nice, because honestly, for me, that was a huge piece. As you know, I've told you I was very anxious before and felt dis-ease and frustrated, and to just wake up now because you've had a really good sleep, and just know that it's going to be a good day and you're going to be able to handle the day, and that you feel at ease with yourself and life. And of course, there's moments in life, there'll always be moments, but just we have a foundation now of that we feel good, right? And we can handle stress again. So I could tell watching you over the 6 months, just seeing that, I guess the word is joy almost, or relaxed. You seem much more relaxed as the weeks went on, right? And then near the end, it was so obvious you weren't the same person anymore as when we first met.
That's right.
So I guess one of the last few questions is, so knowing this, what would you say to someone who's watching, your words, your transformation, who wants to join the program? They're thinking about it, but they're nervous. Everyone's so nervous in the beginning, or that they have this feeling that, okay, it works for Paula, it works for them, but it doesn't work for me. It won't work for me because I've tried everything. Why would this be any different? So what would you say to someone who's just unsure right now?
As I was in the beginning, for sure, but how I got over this fear of even starting the course or committing was I had tried everything. I didn't think there was anything that, was left, especially in the form of an Ayurveda lifestyle. But that's what attracted me to the course, was understanding that you have developed a course that takes the process 6 months to spread out, and the support that you give, you cannot go wrong with, because there is no pressure, there's no timeline, everything is at your own pace to learn and try. And then you're there for support to help steer another way, or answer questions, or just be an ear to listen to when we go through our emotional learnings, I guess.
Yeah.
But the process is, the proof's in the pudding, and that's so cheesy to say, but
No, I love that.
it's literally the slow process of trusting this Ayurveda lifestyle, but also trusting yourself, that just follow the process and things will happen. It's guaranteed. So
I love that, because as you know, one thing I say probably every week on our group support calls is just trust the process. It's really overwhelming in the beginning, and you have all these questions, and then I just keep saying, trust the process. And that's why I've made the program 6 months, is because it isn't a quick fix. Surely some things are going to fix pretty quickly, but it takes time, to undo years of emotional and physical imbalances. So I like that you were nervous in the beginning. I know everyone is, but you made that choice, right? So I guess the final thing I just want to ask you is, do you feel that the program has changed your life?
no doubt that it has changed my life. Yes, absolutely, in ways that I did not expect, but would not have given up the course for anything. Like, I'm so happy that I did this course and got here because of it.
Yay. Thanks, Paula. And really, I have to say thank you to you, because you got to experience all these transformations, whether it was sleep or digestion or the weight loss or hot flashes, because you actually did the work. The program is there. I offer the program, but someone actually has to want to make the changes and commit to doing them. I know they work. I see it all the time, but you actually did it, and you're worthy to feel, this new happy healthiness because of your commitment to it. So it's so nice to just see someone change that much. I say over a short amount of time, 6 months is pretty short to actually transform, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I know this isn't obviously the last time. Can I tell the quick little story, Paula?
Absolutely.
I'll keep this short because I know people are watching this, but Paula, near the end, when I say, well, Paul, I'll see Paula again, is because near the very end, Paula was, I guess the word was sad that the program was ending. And you wanted to try and stay in the loop of, working with myself and being part of this, I guess, community that I'm trying to form. And you put yourself out there and you asked if I needed any administrative help. And I'm not going to tell the whole story, but the day before, I was just thinking, oh, I wish I had the perfect person to help me with some administrative things. And there was Paula's email. So not only did Paula go through the program, made all the changes, her and I get to work together now. So for me, that was like just the best way to end Paula's 6 months program is we get to still work together. So super exciting for both of us.
Yeah, super exciting.
Yeah. All right, Paula, I know you're busy and you got other things to do, so I'll let you go. But thank you again for just sharing your experience with other women. Because what I always say is if I can do it, anyone can do it. You know, I was a physical and emotional mess before I started changing my, I guess my holistic approach to health with Ayurveda.
Mhm.
And so if I can do it, anyone can do it. And what you're saying too, as long as you do the work, then anyone can do it.
We can do it.
All
Absolutely.
right. Thanks, Paula. Have a great day.
You too.